Worked for 5 years in my home group and then also part of Yashoda family and the director of Yashoda. How was it starting Meru International School as a founder? If you can share your inputs of your journey, opening one school and then after that to all the delegates out here.
Thank you, Yasasvi. Charan, that was very insightful. And I must say, everyone, that I have a very privileged life than most, and I think that's what Charan was referring to. So I'm truly grateful to be where I am, starting that. Now, with respect to starting something on your own versus working with a cushioned space or a job within a place that you are part owner are very different things, I must say. As a founder, I have realized that you have to do everything, plan everything, own everything as your child. Like there's no two ways about it. The first 1 year or two maybe was so hectic. I didn't know how to build my top management. I did not have a principal because it didn't work out. I ran the school on my own with an academic director. It was a very stressful time because I'm much older than all of you. I have 2 children. So I had my second child at that point of time. Girls, please make note, work-life balance when you're a mom is a tad bit hard, but it's not impossible. But you'll have to keep at it if you want to make it. But you have to prioritize yourself too. It was so hard that at one point of time, I did pick up my phone and called my father and said, "You were not there for me." And I said, "You're only doing what you are doing. You haven't even entered the building. You haven't said or helped in any manner." The only thing he said is, "If you don't do this on your own, independently, how will you learn? How will you grow?" And these were the 2 take-homes 7 years ago that my father has given me, and my father-in-law has encouraged me, along with a supportive husband. I do have a cushioned family around me, which has been very encouraging. My environment is very, very supportive, and I'm truly grateful. I'm saying that again. So what Meru has taught me is to stand on my own feet. If Yashoda has been my mother, Meru has been my father, disciplining me at every step of the way, and I'm eternally grateful for doing everything on my own. That's what I would say. There were sleepless nights. Obviously, more than a business, setting up a school implies that you're responsible for so many people, so many aspirations. And it's a school towards the end of the day, and the children, their parents involved, and there's a legacy to continue, and you're the only one doing it. It was stressful, but I managed. I got through and I put my head together. Now, at this point of time, no disrespect to any of the school management here, I can run the school on my own. I don't need anybody else. I'm not saying it's not it's possible to run and scale without teams. Teams are the most important thing that you have to build, create a culture and delegate. But I'm saying I'm at a position where I know what I'm doing. Nobody can play me. Nobody can misguide me. And I'm not dependent on anybody except of what I have built around me so that I can depend on them. So I think that really helped, Yasasvi. That's what happened.
I think as a kid, I've never seen my father every day. I share as a child. I never used to see him. The only time I saw him was in the classroom, and I had to stand up just to wish him, and then he would walk out. So, I really understand that. And I'm sure it was a very difficult journey.
It wasn't difficult. I did enjoy it. But Yasasvi, you didn't see your father, but you're here on this dais because of him. So I think it's worth the effort that your father has put back then.
Yeah, I have a question like, in a typical way, when it's like, it's like a baby also when you're building a brand, and the way you named it Meru, any specific reason for that? Or, Meru Parvatamu, it's like, that's the meaning behind it. Yeah.
That's a great question. As individually and personally, individually and personally, we follow a Guruji called Chinajiyar Swamgaru, and he named the school Meru. We believe in him. We believe the words that come out of him. And you're right, Meru stands for Golden Mountain. Anything that the mountain touches or you go onto the mountain turns gold. That's the intent. That's the reason why we named it.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. So like we have a lot of students here. When there's always at a crossroads, we all crossed it, and there's a Robert Frost kind of a thing, the road not taken. The road not taken is always like, let's say you could have become a doctor and stayed back as a doctor. That's one path. What goes in people's mind, and how do you do the decision making when you're at crossroads? What worked for you?
That's a great question. Gen Alpha or Z, I don't know what you guys are, but I know that you're in a very different world than what I was at your age. One thing is there, when you're at a crossroads, please understand the first thing that you think of is to be ethical. You have to stay true to your society and your world, because there's only one world. You have to stay true to your relationships. I'm not talking about just family. The people that you work with, the people that you're friends with, the overall situation. When you take that as the base and then you decide, life is a lot easier and you will be on the right path. Your decision will be correct. So I fundamentally have always been raised like that, inculcated this habit, and the people around me are like that. So it's always helped to take a decision based on facts and ethics, and we move forward at that point of time. That's how I move forward.